What was he finna say? What was Timmy finna say now?
Well, Matthew, I do like where you're coming from, but I'll add on to that. So when we talk about political prosecutions, right, and not just prosecutions, like weaponizing police against your political opponents. Have you guys heard of Tiffany Henyard, the mayor of Dalton, Illinois, Democrat?
I have not. Can y'all fill me in? I don't know who that is.
I call her the
I
city
used to live
mayor.
in Dalton.
Bro, it's bad. So this mayor, Tiffany Henyard, is using taxpayer funds to go on luxury trips to Vegas, Washington State, different places. But not only that, not only is she using taxpayer funds for stuff that she's put them in like a $7 million deficit. And granted, the regime before her was pretty crooked themselves, but she's upped the ante on it. So she signed into a law where the next mayor-elect, if it's somebody different from her, will only make $25,000 a year, where she's making like between $200,000 and $300,000 a year, I want to say. But not only that, the businesses have only been able to talk to the local news, WGN, and of course, Fox News don't cover it. Anything against a Democrat. But he told them both, they're like, yeah, like she's holding our business licenses because we don't support her or agree with her. And that night that they told them that, they got raided by the police. They said, leave immediately or you will be detained from their businesses. I mean, this is straight up communism. This is the type of stuff you're supposed to see in China. Like, come on now. Mayor Eric is that too well with the community either. Or Brandon Johnson in Chicago. They think he's a clown. They can't wait to get rid of him because all these dilapidated houses in Chicago that people in black neighborhoods have been trying to get fixed for decades. Magically, they have the money to fix it for the illegal immigrants that are coming in. So the black folks in Chicago are like, yo, what the fuck? Like, what?
I want to add to this. All governments, I feel like, and here's the thing about that. All governments steal. Republicans steal too. I definitely feel like they doing it. But somehow Republicans then either found a way to cover their tracks or whatever better than it is with Democrats. Like, let's just be honest, Memphis. That's where I'm from. I love Memphis to death. But they had AC Mayor Wharton. As soon as he became the mayor, he got his daughter a job in one of the highest positions in there, and then hired another company that, has some ties to him. He literally paid Rudy Giuliani or whatever $2 million to come to Memphis to try to tell them what's the problem in Memphis with crime. Oh yeah, like come on, bro.
And it's crooked people on both sides of the spectrum.
It is. There are crooked people. There are crooked people on both sides. There are crooked people on both sides. But I do want to stand correction because we do have listeners and viewers of this podcast. If you go on immigrationhelp.com, only thing you need if you're an illegal immigrant is proof of residency, and that is all. They cannot deport you or anything like that if you're trying to get an ID. And that's the only thing you need is proof of residence, and that's on immigrationhelp.com and on immigrationhelp.gov as well. So I do want to let everybody know that, and that Shit Talk Podcast, we are not against illegal immigrants or anything like that. I believe everybody deserves a life of freedom where they do not have to worry about crime and everything else. And everybody reserves the right to human rights, and that's what we personally believe. But
I'm gonna tell you like this though. Them immigrants that's up there in New York, a whole different immigrant. Ooh. I don't know which bus they got out of there.
Jumping the police in Times Square.
But here's the thing, though. I actually give them my utmost respect for that. And here's why. I wish black people stuck together the way they stuck together. You mess with one person. No, don't take this bad. I'm talking about, don't take this bad. They saw one officer. No, they saw a group of officers jumping on one of their own, and they went and got 8 more people and like, we're going to beat your ass. Whereas we would sit there and watch somebody sitting on George Floyd's neck and record. I wish somebody did, like, if I was there, I'd go over there and smack the shit out of them.
Pause. Because we needed somebody to, granted, it would have been wonderful if somebody pulled the police officers off of George Floyd, but we also needed somebody to record.
How many people did we need to record? We had 30 people out there. Everybody recording.
But I'll tell you another thing about New York, though. The immigrants in New York, it's not just police officers. There was a what do you call it? Larceny ring where they
the different ones. Them the different ones. I don't care about them. I'm only talking about the ones that stick together when they feel like there's some injustice done. I just really feel like I think police would stop doing as much to us if we just started fucking them up when they start doing shit like that. Like, I'm gonna be honest, if I ever came down there to Florida and I see an officer manhandling double dose, I hope she crank the car, because I'm gonna get this nigga this 15 piece real quick, and I need you to go crank this car for real. I'm gonna give a nigga 15 piece real quick, and you gotta be ready to drive the fuck off, because I'm hopping in this. So, and start driving as I'm running so that we can just go. But that's just how I am, and I would do that with anybody. I just hate that I see that.
When it comes to George Floyd, or it comes to anybody else that has lost their lives with police officers or police brutality, the thing is that you want us to stick together and everything else like that, and people record and everything else like that. How exactly is that helping him out and anything like that? Them recordings that they had actually led to the police officers going to jail. The recordings that was done, the recording that was done literally helped out so we can see the police. So the world can see the police brutality.
But we don't need 30 recordings. But the thing is, people recording, 28 niggas need to be whooping them. That's just how it is.
28 people. Hold up.
That may be your version of how we need to get together. But as somebody who was actually here doing the protesting down here in Jacksonville inside, and I actually posted all my videos of me being down here when it was all happening. We did stick together. We were.
Yes, we did. But the thing is also, all the things that happened during those protests were not black people. It was the white people that were doing it. They were breaking.
I ain't talking about during the protest. I want to stop there from being a protest for us saying Black Lives Matter.
That's some experience I had.
It was. You can. I'm sorry. You can. Go ahead.
That's all good. I want to have I know I'm gonna get a lot of hell from this. Y'all gonna be like, "Oh, you'll sell out, you this and a third." I don't care. This is my personal experience. This is experience I had.
No, we're not gonna judge you.
All right, okay. So,
I mean, I might
judge strongly.
I'm dead. So I got pulled over.
And what my facial expression say?
I'm dead. So craziest story ever. I got pulled over in Virginia Beach, right? And everybody was telling me, even my liberal white, higher ups in the military, oh, it's racist hell out there. Don't get pulled over out there. You're done. You'll be done this and a third. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So I get pulled over. I'm drunk as fuck. I just left the club, mind you. So I get pulled over by Virginia Beach PD. They're like, Tim, put your hands on steering. I'm like, fuck, because they read my license plate. At the time, my license plate was suspended. And I was well aware of that. So I wasn't even on bullshit. I wasn't on politic with him and that shit. I was just like, yes. So he comes up to the window. He was like, I had my license out already because I wasn't trying to reach for shit. Like, I was chilling. This is before all this stuff started happening though. So he comes up there, white guy. He's like, hey, Tim, are you aware that your license is suspended? I was like, yes, sir. He was like, do you got any weapons in the car? I was like, yes, sir. I got a fully loaded 40 caliber in the glove compartment. He's like, step out of the car. So I step out, hands up, no bullshit. He's
and
like,
this is when you was in the military.
Yeah. So I could have been fuck. So he's like, have you been drinking tonight? I was like, yes, sir. He's like, about how much? I was like, shit, a Jack and Coke, a Henny and Coke. It's some open containers in the car. I was all the way fucked, but I knew it. So I was like, if I'm going to be done one way or another, like, just get out the way. So he takes my gun, scans it, makes sure it's all legit. It's legit. Brings it back. I'm sitting on the side of the road. I'm like, I'm fucked. I'm going to jail, like this and third. So I'm talking to the rookie cop. He was like, I'm going to jail. And he's like, just chill. So he comes back. He's like, I'm not going to hit you with a DUI, but you won't be driving this car for the rest of the night. He was like, do you have anybody that can pick you up? Fully compliant. Give him everything. I didn't fucking, I know none of that shit. Like, I was like, yes, sir. I'm in the wrong. It is what it is. Here's what I had on me. I know I'm fucked either way. I mean, and if you meet a benevolent dude that, is not an asshole, because a lot of
I see, but you get respect though, because you knew you was wrong. That's why I'm like, you knew you was wrong, so cool. You took that, like, but the thing is if I ain't wrong and you pull me over, don't come to my window thinking you gonna get this officer respect. I'm gonna roll the motherfucker down and say, why the fuck you pull me over?
But hear me out, big dog. This is what like a lot of officers want you to do, because let's say you do come